Hello friends, welcome back. So today we are going to create one application in Swift UI. Our application will be a weather report application. It will be using MVVM design pattern to fetch the weather report. So what it does is, suppose if I type the name Delhi and if I press enter, it will fetch the temperature of the Delhi. Same if we type for Mumbai, it will fetch the temperature. Again for Pune, like this. So let's create this application. So before creating this application, make sure you go to this website, and from here you need this API which uses the city name and it gives us the temperature in return. So if you can see this JSON, so what you need to do is you just need to sign in. Once you sign in to this website, you will come to this page. Then you go here where you will get the API key for your APIs. So you just need this API key and the API URL to make that get call for getting the temperature from the city names. So for example, if you come here they have given some examples how this API works. So if you click on this, they will give us some response, and if you paste that response here, and you can check inside JSON viewer that what we are getting in the response. So inside main JSON response, we are getting one object called main, and inside that we have our main required key, that is temperature. So we need to parse it like that. So let's get started and create a new project. Single view application. Let's name it as weather app. Then make sure you select the language as Swift and user interface as Swift UI. Then let's save it on our desktop. Okay, so since we are going to create this application in MVVM, so we need different models here. So as we know that in MVVM we have model, view, model. So we are going to start with model, and as you know that in this application we are focusing on getting the temperature. So we'll create a model which will having this key inside this. So let's create a new group first and call it models, and inside this we will create a new file that is nothing but a Swift file of which will be weather. So it's a weather model and it will be having struct inside this. So let's say weather, then it should be confirming to decodable since we are getting the response, JSON response from the API. And let's name the property which is inside this is nothing but temp. Make sure that name is same here, temp, otherwise it will not fetch the data properly. Or if you want custom names, then you can use something like coding keys, which I will cover in next video. So it will be of type double. So this is our weather. So what next we want is, we want to create one more struct for this main, so that we can fetch main first and then inside main we can get the temperature, temp. So let's create that struct. It will be called, let's call it weather response, and again it should confirm to decodable, and inside this we will have our main object. So let's say it is a weather, not weather response, only weather. So now we have weather response, that is this JSON. Inside that we have main, that is this, and inside that we have temp, which is our required key. Okay, so now we have created a model class. Now let's create a new model or new group for our web service. So we are going to do API calls for that. So we need a new group. Let's call it web services, and inside this we need to create one class. Let's call it weather service, which is responsible for calling the API and getting the JSON response. Okay, so here we are going to create our web service. So let's start creating it. Class, let's name it as weather service. Okay, So what we need inside this, so we need a function which will be giving us the weather response in return. So let's create that function. Let's call it get weather. We need to fetch the weather from city, so we need to provide the city name. Since you can see here that it is expecting city name, so we need to give that, and we need app id, which will be, I have told you previously that you will get from here. So let's do that. Also this will be an async call, so we need to do this, the completion handler. Skipping, and here we need to provide our completion handler, and here we are getting the weather in response, which will be type of optional. Okay, so now we can focus on our function body. So first we need to do this, what do you say, we need to do the API call. So we need URL. So URL you will get from that website only. Okay, wait. So here you have the URL. So I have just copied the URL here, which I have already in which I have already added my API key and city name. So let's check first our URL is right or wrong. So guard let my URL equal to URL with string, and here I will pass the URL. So I have just taken that URL and I have passed my city name here, and I have also copied my API key, which is actually here. So let me copy it again. Okay, so that's our URL, and so by chance if this doesn't work, then we need to return nil if our URL is not correct, and make sure you call the return at the end. So now as we have checked whether our URL is correct or not, now we can do the API call using URL session dot shared dot data task with our URL which we have here checked here, and we'll get the data. Make sure you call the resume, unless otherwise you will not get anything in response. And inside this we want three things: data, response, and we need to check whether it is giving any error or not. Okay, so now what you need to do is, since you have, okay, we have some problem here. Shared dot data task, okay, we need to write in here. Okay, so now let's start. First let's check whether we are getting data or any error or not. Guard let data equals to data, comma, error should be nil. If these conditions are met, then we are good, else we need to return a completion handler with nil value and return. Okay, so here we have checked whether we are getting data or not, and error should be nil. If both our conditions are true, then we can pass our data. So to passing, what we need to do is, let's do the passing response. Here we need to pass our data, but we need to make sure that we check this inside try, because it may throw error. So try, now JSON decoder we are going to use to decode the data, decode, and inside this we need to pass our weather response dot self. Since we have declared it here, it will be having the main response, so that's why we need that there. Okay, so weather response we have got here. Now what we need to do is, let's check whether our response is correct or not. So if let our weather response weather response equal to response, So don't get confused between this response and this response. Let me rename it something else. Response data. Okay, so since now we have checked if we are getting the data properly, then we can write the next code. So if it is proper, then we can say that let weather equal to weather response dot main. Okay, and here if we got the final weather, then we can return it using the completion handler. This weather, which is of type weather. Okay, so now we have got the weather and we are returning it. Else if we are not getting the weather there, then we need to return nil. Okay, so this is all about our weather services. Okay, here we are getting some error. Okay, yeah, so we have just decoded, but we need to also pass the data here. So from our this data which we have checked here. So let me just build and check whether everything is working or not. Okay, looks like we have added some. Okay, here I need to add parenthesis. Let me build it again. Okay, it's building. Okay, so now everything is correct. So now what we have done is we have created a model which will be just like our response data. We have written a web services which will be responsible for calling through this API and getting the response. Now what we want to do is we want to create our view model. So let's do that, and first create a new group. Let's call it view models. Let me close this. Okay, then we create a new file and it will be a Swift file. Let's call it weather view model. Okay, so now what we want to do is here you need to write the code for getting the data through web service and showing the data on our view. So let's start. So first what we want to do is we want to create a class which is called as weather view model, and it should be conforming to observable object. If you don't understand what is observable object, please check the previous videos. It is basically is a class which is observing for the data, and once the data it receives, it publish the data and all the subscribers will get notified. So to use this we need to import combine. Okay, so now we are done. Let's start writing our class. So to start writing our class, we first need to initialize our this web service which we have written here, which is basically responsible for calling the API. So let's create a private var weather service will be of weather service, and let's initialize it here in init block as self dot weather service equal to weather service. Make sure it is the main class name as weather service. Okay, so now we have initialized our weather service variable which is responsible for calling the fetch or get method which is written here, get weather. So let's start with that. Now we need to call the function. So we'll create our own function first here, private function. Let's name it as fetch weather, and it will be fetching the again by using the city name which will be of type string. Okay, so now inside this we need to call our main API function using this variable of service weather service dot get weather. Okay, now we have to get the weather using the city name, so let's pass that name here, city, and yeah, and completion handler we can write like this where it will return us the weather. Okay, so now we have done called our API and we have got the weather in return, so we need to also check it. So let's check it if we have the actual weather data or not. If let weather equal to weather, and if we got the weather data, then we can assign it to our local weather object like this. But here we'll get one error as we don't have this weather in our this view model. So let me rename this different way so that you will not get confused. So weather data here, so we need this property in our class so that we can pass that to our view. So for that, let's create that first at the top. So this property, since whenever we get the data from this API, as soon as this get initialized, we will publish that data and all the subscribers will get that data. So let's create it as published where weather of type weather. So this is how we'll create a weather. Now this error will go. Okay, now since we got the weather, we can also get the temperature from that weather. So let's take that. Let me name it as temperature, which will be of type string, and we need to fetch it like this. If let our temp will be of type self dot weather dot temp, and if we are getting this temperature, then we can return it. But before returning it, we need to format it properly so that it will look good. So what we can do is we can use this formatter, which will be like this, %0.0f, and it will be from temp. So this is how you will get the temperature. Now what you need to do is, okay, wait, let me build it and check whether there are any issues. Okay, we are getting some response. Since we are getting only inside if, what if we don't get the data? So let's do that here and return empty string if we are not getting the data. So this is for the temperature. Now since we are getting the temperature and everything, now we need to also pass the city name to this function, so that our view class, which will be inside the content view, for that also we need to create a local city parameter. So city name, which will be of type string. Okay, so now we have the city name. So now finally we need to just, so since we have created this private function, we don't need to give this access to content view. So we will create our final function, which will be search function, which will use this city name to search, and from that we'll just calling this function. So let's create that. So function, let's call it search, and inside this we are just calling the city, this fetch weather but before that we need to check the city name is right or not. So city equal to self dot city name, and also we need to do one thing is we need to use this adding percent encoding. Since suppose if you search for some cities which having spaces between the two words, so it will remove that spacing so that our URL will not get error. So for that we need to do this URL host allowed. Okay, now if this is working fine, then we can directly call the fetch weather using the city. Okay, let me remove this extra spacing. So this is all we need in our this web view model of the weather view model. Now finally what we can do is we can go to our main content view. So let me just create a new group for this also, new group, it will be our view. Let me move my view inside that. Okay, now we are into our final class. Here what we need to do is we need to create our UI, which will be responsible for showing everything on the data on our main screen. So let's start. First, since we have everything inside our view model, so we need to access that here. So what we do is create an observed object. Okay, somehow the completion handler is not working. Observe object where, let's call it as weather view model, and it will be of type weather view model. Okay, now also we need to initialize it in it. Self dot weather view model will be equal to weather view model. Okay, so now as we have our weather view model with us, we can now use it inside our main view. So what we have to do is, here we need to display a UI like this, where we have weather report at the top, then we have one text field in between, and then we have one text. So let's create this type of UI. So first we need to remove this, and we need vstack, and inside vstack we need first a label at the top which will say weather report. Okay, then let me just make it a little bit better by giving a good font. Font will be of type large. Okay, it looks like this completion handler is not working. Let me build the project and see if everything is right or not. Okay, so it's working. Let's add some padding also for this. Okay, now we have added our title. Then we need a text field. Text field will have three things. First, it will have title, so we will placeholder. It will say enter city name. Then we want a text to bind this text field, so that will be self dot weather view model dot city name here, but again this should be a type dollar since it's a binding variable. Then wait, I think we have the, let me check our view model. We have here city name, so we need to give this here city name. Okay, now after this we will write this completion block, which is gets called whenever we tap enter on our keyboard inside the text field. So let's do that, and inside this we are basically going to call our function. So self dot weather view model dot search function that we have written in our view model class, and it will be having the city name bind here only, so we don't need to pass the city name to this. Now what you have to do is, finally at the last we need to show our data. So text, then inside this we need to show the temperature. So temperature will be, let's use string interpolation self dot weather view model, and inside this we have declared our temperature variable as like this, which is here. Okay, so we have added that also. Now let me add some spacing at the end, and now we can just add complete padding for our vstack. Okay, and let's now run and see if it's working or not. Hopefully it works. There are two more things I think we need to do, but let's test it first. Let's write Pune and press enter, and you can see we are getting some errors here. So this is because two things we need to do. First, go to info.plist and make sure you add allow arbitrary load. So since you are doing an API call, so you need to add this key inside your this, that is app transport security settings, and once we add this, you need to open this, and for again you have to add one more key inside this, that is allow arbitrary loads, and you have to set this to yes, so it will allow you to do the API calls. Then one more thing, inside view model, whenever you assign your data after getting the from the API, you need to do this on the main queue. So let's do that. Dispatch queue dot main dot async, and let's add this inside this. So everything will be on the main UI thread. Let's run it again. Okay, so our UI and everything looks fine. Let's check for Pune, and now you can see we are getting the data. Let's check for Mumbai. Okay, it's working. So okay, so this is how you can do MVVM in SwiftUI for doing the API calls and getting the data. So just to recap, let's see what we have done. First, we have created a model class which is nothing but our response from the API, so that is temperature, which is inside main. Then we have created a web services, which is again nothing but just an API call using URL session. So before that we have checked our URL is right or wrong, and once we done that, we have done a passing, and we have written the main weather object, and then we have written our view model, which is responsible for our view and model updations. So inside this, what we have done is we have created a web service object to get that get weather function, and then after creating web service, we have written this fetch weather call, which is then we have used this web service object and called that API. And once we have got the data, we have assigned it to the local weather property, which is published, means it is going to publish the data to all the subscribers. And we have also passed the data which is temperature inside weather and formatted it properly. Then again we are created one city name, which will be assigned when the user type anything inside the text field on our main view. This will get bind to this, and then we have called a search function on press of enter button, which will call this, and eventually it will use this city name and call this function and get the data. And once it gets the data, weather gets changed and it publish the data. And inside our content view, since it is observed object, means it is a subscriber, it will get the data, and as soon as this gets changed, our complete body gets changed, and when the body gets changed, we'll get the main result here inside temperature. So this is how it works, MVVM in SwiftUI. So I hope you guys have learned and you must have understood everything. If you have any doubts, please ask them in comment section below. And yeah, if you have liked this, please make sure you hit the like button, which will encourage me to create more such videos in future. So thank you guys for watching this. Bye.